Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about how Geometry Dash introduces things. So, starting off with Stereo Madness, it didn't introduce anything really, but it did have, it was the first level in the whole game, ID number 1. And firstly, we do not know how high the cube will jump. They might just think it's a little tiny jump like that, or if it'll be a bigger jump. But of course, it's like as high as a backflip, as high as a King's Camelot backflip. So yeah, so making it this fast might be a little too fast and too hard for new players. And having 2 spikes right after 1 spike is insane. And then having 2 spikes and then 3 pillars is even more insane. Like, bro, no one will know how to hold in this. So they'll just do something like that, or they'll just do this. So they'll just die at 6%, 5% or something. Or they might just think that the block also kills you and then they jump over it and die. So that's kind of confusing for people. But later on in the level, like right after this, it does get kind of hard. So just so I get through this real quick. Alright, this might be a little bit like too hard for newer players, and they might jump in that cutscene. The ship, I think it's introduced pretty well, since like it's really open and like it's basically impossible to die even for new players in it. But they'll probably try to go for the coin at about like 50% or something. But they'll just die there. And yeah, the rest of the level will be pretty easy except for the triples. Ooh. Especially that there is 2 in this level and they're really close together. So, yeah. I just... Don't call me a noob in the comments. I just had to a triple spike in Stereo Madness. I wasn't locked in or anything, since it's the easiest thing I've ever done, but whatever. Back on track. Well, back on track, only a little bit to talk about, because you'll either try to just jump over the pad, or you'll like click on the pad, or you just won't know how to do anything and just do that. So there's back on track. Wait, what? What? Poltergeist. Alright, so this one might be a little weird because look. So this one does have a tutorial in it. Well, Stereo Madness does as well, showing you how to jump over the spikes. Wait, can I perform the frame perfect? Oh my god! How did I just perform a frame perfect? What? What? Ain't no way! How many attempts did that take? 11 attempts to pull off a frame perfect? What? Alright, I'm not doing that again, but wow! I have not pulled that off before, have I? And with Poltergeist, you will just try to do the frame perfect. It'll fail, but you might get it. But you'll just be very lucky if you get that as a new player. And yeah, you'll either try to do the frame perfect or you'll just try to like spam here and then you'll somehow get past it. Like that. Dry out doesn't... Oh yeah, it does. So dry out... It is, I guess, pretty easy for when you beat Poltergeist and stuff. I'm back on track. But this level only has 2 orbs, so it might be pretty easy. I wasn't looking, alright, so... I'm purposely dying because I wasn't looking. Can't let go! This is a hard one, but I could beat this. Like right now. I remember only having 2% on this when I first played Geometry Dash. I thought it was so good at the time, and I thought it was just like impossible to do it. But whatever. Okay, there you have like no time to react, so if you die there as a new player, you're definitely pretty unlucky since you might have tried like really hard to get to that part of the level. But yeah, I'm not playing anymore. Jumper, not really. Time Machine is too hard, so I'm not even going to think about that. Cycle. Well, oh yeah, Time Machine introduces the mirror portal, but we don't talk about that. Cycles in the ball. I won't beat this in long attempts. Cycles introduced the ball to the game. And this level also has an obsessive use of triple spikes like Time Machine. And just... like... Okay, there's a swag route, but like it's harder than the normal route. The ball, I think it has a pretty good introduction. Yeah. When you first play the ball and you have no idea, you'll have time to learn, and yeah. But make sure we're not to die in this part, because it'll be a bit thingy. You know what I mean. And this is pretty tight for a harder... So Cycles would be a harder 7-star if it wasn't a main level, probably. Yeah, so the rest of this is pretty easy. X-Step introduced the blue pads pretty well, so there's not much to talk about. I don't want to do this one. I just don't want to do this. How do I beat this in less attempts than back on track, though? Like, my God. I must have gotten, like, really good since... Wow. Okay. The mini mode in this gets really... It gets used a lot, and this level is very hard for its difficulty. So it should be a demon, not gonna lie. Like, an easy demon would be good. Anyway, oh, yeah, then there's a ship right after that is really tight. It might actually be about as tight as Future Funks, which is a hard demon. Why do I only have 24% in practice? Oh wait, I haven't practiced this level, have I? Theory of Everything. Did this yeah. The UFO, I think it was introduced pretty well. But some people might actually be hurt when they see the UFO because it's so bad, so... I'm not going to do it. It is actually the worst game mode to me as well. The only thing it is used for is Literally, even Vortrox said this. Spam. Electromagnet Adventures introduced breaking blocks. I think that was the only thing in this update. Oh yeah, it introduced the coins as well. So if you played after 1.6, you will have already gotten the coins. Breakable blocks are introduced pretty... What? Nah, I just pulled off one of the hardest swag routes in Geometry. Was that another free and perfect? Oh my god! Bro, I was just attempting to do that and I thought I was just going to die in one of the swords, but whoa! Okay, I haven't beat Club Step yet, so I'm not going to do this one. Electrodynamic... Wait, this introduced nothing anyway. It's just hard. I'm not going through that again. My worst nightmare. This level is my worst nightmare. I literally got 96% twice on this level, so I'm not going to do that. Right. Hexagon Force introduced the duel. I guess it's introduced pretty well, but blast processing, that will be revealed in part 2, by the way, which is literally... I don't know when I'm releasing these. Anyway, yeah, this level introduces the duel pretty well, but also pretty bad. So, yeah, since the duels in this level, I think it might be introduced like in a wrong way because, bro, did you see that, bro? Look, that 40% jump is giving me nightmares tonight. Like, my guy. The duels in this level are so hard, even though they only got introduced in the update. And it's insane. Like, dude. Well, I guess that's it for this video, so see you later.